So yes, this has been to put it best, not a great year for PlayStation. In fact, I would probably put this up as one of their worst years they have had in a long time. And honestly, I don't remember things ever being this bad. Like I'm gonna, some people might call this video at the end of the day coping. Some people might call it damage control. I'm just trying to give you guys my fucking insight, my thought process, because I kind of, with life in general, try to not be negative. I want to be a little bit more positive, but at the same time, it's like, when you see something bad happening, you just can't sit there and do nothing. It's like, you need to point it out. You need to, be like, hey, this is not okay. We need to be better than this. So, yeah. So the title of this video is basically me trying to explain why there is a lack of first-party PlayStation games. And, originally, I had all these little slides put together, so nice to be a nice little PowerPoint show. I was like, no, fuck that. The reasons were very simply, one, games take so damn long to make to begin. I mean, we're talking remember when they announced Air Galactic, that was just a teaser, right? And it was just basically an announcement trailer, which we all know is basically a glorified teaser. And that game started development in 2020. And we're not probably going to see this game until at least 2027, from what I've heard. So it's like a 7-year drought of new content from Naughty Dog / a PlayStation Studios game. Now, in a case of a game like Astro Bot, that announcement to release window was much closer because, one, the game was a much smaller scale game, and two, they held back on announcing it until the game was basically at the point it was ready to go. I think this is also a problem with announcing games, and then at some point it's you don't realize you only just announced a teaser and the final product is still years away. In the case of Wolverine, yeah, remember Wolverine? Yeah, how we still haven't seen anything from this game. It just make me go, why the fuck is this is this game canceled at some point? It's I get it. I get the frustration. Hey, you guys want your games. You want a reason to justify owning a PlayStation 5. You want to be that's the reason I own a PS5. Not because I bought one day one just because there was a handful of games I wanted to play. No, I bought it for that game. I bought it for this. I bought it for that. And the second reason I had for why Sony has been lacking in the first party department is actually because they had a pivot shift twice this generation. So from the PS4 generation to where we are now, they had a focus on single player games. But once that live service bubble started popping up and everyone wanted to make a live service game, that's what Sony pivot shifted to. That's where the 12 live service games came from the almighty Jim Ryan, who makes me just, I fucking hate Jim Ryan. I just do. I just hate him. So it's you go from the single player game focus to hey, these games take a while, but they're worth it. And at the same time, you go from that to live service games that have been disastrous, to say at least. It's damn. And then you go from the live service to back to the single player stuff, because guess what? You had to pivot shift because people know you for your single player stuff, and your live service stuff ain't doing so well. And we have the great almighty Bungie to thank for basically 2 games getting canceled that honestly at this point I think will last longer than Marathon will. It's I get it. At the end of the day, quality games take time. PlayStation has a certain expectation with them that if you play a PlayStation game, you are getting the top dog. You are getting one of those Game of the Year contender games. And I get it. If PlayStation doesn't meet those standards, God, you never fucking hear the end of it. You never do. You will never fucking hear the end of it. And PlayStation is just right now in catch-up mode. And that's why I think the rest of this generation, if I'm allowed to be a little doom and gloom, there isn't going to be a lot. Now, I think where Sony's plans have, been smart is, well, maybe we can't do a bunch of games every year, but there's third-party developers out there. that we could kind of leverage to relieve some of the pressure. Games like Lost Souls Aside, games like freaking Beast of Reincarnation, for example, Phantom Blade Zero. Like, I think where their smart strategy is basically saying, hey, let's use third party to, like I said, levitate or relieve some of that pressure off the first party stuff. And then, wait for that one big PlayStation game a year. Because now they're saying, like, hey, we might just get one game a year from PlayStation Studios. And you know what? I'm not happy about that. I'm not. I don't think anyone's happy about that. And if you're happy about that, then it's like, wow. I like to live in your world. But at the same time, it's like, I gotta be honest, I still play a lot of third-party games. My PlayStation is my primary gaming machine. It's the thing I play games on. I don't play on PC. I don't play on Nintendo. I don't play on Xbox unless it's, retro-wise. And at the end of the day, I guess this is a situation where it's like, it depends on the person. If you are a person who primarily plays on PlayStation, you probably don't have a problem. You're like, hey, I beat that. I got too many games to play. But if you're a person that only buys a console for its exclusives, then yeah, on a PS5 right now feels pretty stupid, doesn't it? And yeah, that's an L Sony has to hold for a while. And until we get into the next generation, which is going to have its own problems that I think at some point we're going to have to talk about, and probably I'll do a video on. I just, at the end of the day, think, yeah, this is the hand we're dealt with. I'm not happy with this hand. I'm, in fact, very disappointed with, this hand. But at the same time, you know what? I'll take what I could get. Like, at the end of the day, I guess I'm just trying to be cautiously optimistic. So, until next time, guys, this is That PlayStation Gamer signing out. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that YouTube BS. And let me know what you think about PlayStation releasing one first-party single-player game a year. How do you feel about that? Do you think, that's good, that's bad? Let me know in the comment section below. Until next time, bye.